Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Daniel. Yeah, it looks like I missed Clov. I was having on my watch list, looking for that hourly reversal. I think this was the play here. Back to risk 20 cents right there. And then, yeah, if you look at the hourly chart, it looks like it's gonna do a reversal. Hopefully we get a bounce here, and then maybe we'll get another signal later. Alrighty, let's see. Vxrt. Vxrt. We might see a reversal on the 5-minute. It broke 5 days a couple times. I'm leaning more short bias on Vxrt. It looks like it broke out from the two-day run here on Vxrt. I think it went pretty. Let's see the Fibonacci's. Yep. Another 5-day rejection there on Vxrt. This is why you don't buy these extension. You can see pretty much every time you hit high days, you get increasing volume. And when it gets rejected, all those high day buyers are now sellers. So, but it sucks that it didn't give us a setup. I mean, probably this was probably a setup here on this trendline break, but it's hard to time it unless you kind of capture like this rejection. But I could see this fall back down to the 15-minute. How's Ocgn doing? Alright, Ocgn looks like yeah, Ocgn has been hanging on pretty well the past few days, but it is extending on the daily 9 EMA, which I think we might get a test today around 970s. It's under the hourly chart. Yeah, not much on my scanner today. ATOS is getting extended. If ATOS could give us a small bounce here, I'll take it.
Don't start a business.
They didn't give a bounce there. Now the range is too small now. Yeah, Clov's gonna take some time. We probably have to wait another hour. It's extended now on the hourly chart. So it had a huge move, right? It went from 1180s to 1080s pretty much. So we're gonna wait until this hourly close, which is gonna be in an hour. And then we can see the inverted cup and handle later, like on the hourly chart. And then we can see a reversal. Right now I held the hourly chart there this morning, the first 30 minutes. Didn't close below it, so it still has some sign of buyers there. But definitely it is extended on the 9 EMA on the daily chart. So we would expect either a pullback either today or tomorrow. Like a close like this, or possibly today would be a close similar to what I did here. It might be tomorrow. We might have a close like this today, and then tomorrow will be like this, testing the 9 EMA. So we might get that either today or tomorrow, but I'll look for that reversal. Keep an eye on that. But it's gonna take some time right now. I don't. Possibly it can just trail back down, but for me to like guess the setup, it's gonna have to consolidate like a bear flag like this, and then breaks. So something like this in an hour, and then it breaks. Yeah. So right now, CLV, I want more consolidation. I'll watch it in an hour. If it breaks down, then yeah, people are probably shorting onto the pops and just slamming it. But not my type of trade though. Yeah, I was watching METX. It looks. It also looked extended. So it's not ready yet. It needs to close the 5-minute chart first. If you look at the 5-minute chart, it's just a big green candle. So the next time it prints the 5-minute chart, so there's the 5-minute print. Now, as you can see, it's extended. So Clov, it's on VWaper now. Yesterday's scanner. So ATOS had a good reversal here to the 5-minute test. I didn't take it. I was looking for a bounce on the trend line. Too short. Tested the 5-minute chart. I think this can set up. Let's give it some time here. If we can consolidate a little longer here, we could probably take the 5-minute flag. The daily. Yeah, the daily looks alright. Looks like it'll be a continuation day. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. So wherever this high makes a high, you just connect the line and draw a flag there. Wherever that high is, hopefully it doesn't break higher days. But if we can consolidate a few, maybe 10 minutes. So right now it looks like this is the high potentially. So let's wait until it consolidates here. Then we'll buy that flag break. It's a possible. Possible spot there. We'll see what it does though. Hopefully it doesn't go break highs. We just wanted to consolidate here. Put it on the side. Let you know when it's ready. So that's ATOS. What else running? METX. So METX, we need a bounce. So I do have shorts on TD. That's good. Let's see. So we need a decent bounce here. I can see it going back to 207s. We need a stronger bounce than this. 227. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this. That was like a small bounce. 222 break. Yeah. This is a really small bounce, so hopefully it gives us a bounce now. Hopefully it doesn't break down too far. Okay, looks like so that was like a small bounce here to 227. I don't know, that might have been the spot. Might be too conservative, but I would like to see at least a bigger bounce and like maybe a green candle on this one. And then we can short that 222. I think it'll look a lot better. Yeah, it's a bit extended here, so we want to see it bounce. So that's why we see this wick now. Yeah. Let's go back to ATOS. So we created a high here, 261s. I'd like to see this dip one more time. A 261 break. I feel like it's still extended. I think it needs to consolidate for 5 more minutes. But if it breaks 261, stop at 255. So I don't know, I might take this 261 break. But ideally it pulls back to the 5-minute again, one more time. Let's see if we can get one more pullback. Alright, good start. So this is a small pullback. Alright, so I took 1,000 shares there, 262. I think it went a little too early. It might still pull back to 255. We'll see. I just went in small right now. If this pulls back and holds and break again, I'll probably add more shares. But this was like a small little flag, 261 break. But yeah, but we might see a pullback still, like I mentioned. Still extended. I think 5 more minute will look a lot nicer. Alright, so there's HOFV day break. Adderley, yeah, I do. I have SPY on the side here. Looks like it's pulling back on SPY. So it wasn't the best flag because it did consolidate here. You can see it's 6 in on the 5-minute chart. But yeah, I'm just gonna see what it does here. If it creates an inverted cup and handle, I'm just gonna take it off. Yeah, I should have just sell into that push because it was extended. Alright, so if it breaks 259, I'm gonna take it off. It's gonna be the reversal. So if it is that, I'm gonna just take my stop at 259. But if it hangs on, then I'll take profits. Alright, so it looks weak. Took it off there, $29 loss. Yeah, so this is how my full desktop looks like. I have SPY here in the corner. I have SPY here, small chart. I can see like it is pulling back a little bit. So I do keep track of that on the side. And then I have my today's winners, percent gainers, 5%. This is yesterday's gainers. So this scans for stock that gained yesterday. And I just have a few other watch lists that I have. And then I have like the daily chart, hourly chart, 15-minute chart, and 5-minute chart on one stock. So this is one stock. And then this is the second set of the same thing. And then I have trade 0 level 2 over here, and just a 1-minute chart on the level 2 or for trade 0, and then my portfolio. I have a 4K monitor, so it probably looks really small on stream, but see. So ATOS, I think we'll probably get a 5-minute reversal and retest the 15-minute chart. After that failed flag, to see really big volume. on those buys. So I probably look for a short on this. $262 is these highs. 255 break, we might get a 245. So let's see what it does here. Okay. Looks pretty weak there. Someone big seller just smacked that. Alright. Yeah, I was almost tempted to take that there, but it looks like I missed it. But that's a signal there. Pretty much a fail flag on that break. Fell with high volume. You got a push down and then a really cup and handle. You could take some profits here at the 5-minute, and then potentially you get a 15-minute chest at 245. So that was the idea there. But yeah. So Clov, CLV, I think it's gonna give us a long setup. I think shorts are on the wrong side now. So I think it trapped a lot of shorts here on this hourly. Broke down and then put the probably piled in here on the VWAP rejection. If VWAP becomes support here, I'm gonna take that flag. It looks like they're getting squeezed here now. Hopefully it doesn't squeeze too far, so it gives us an entry. So we want this to pull back, retest VWAP. So pull back on Clov. Let's see if it confirms 5-minute and VWAP support. I'm gonna take this long. Hopefully it doesn't break out right now. It is the 1 minute, first 1 minute pullback, so we'll see. Hopefully it pulls back further and sets up later. If it breaks here, then yeah, I'm not gonna take it. It's quite extended from the move there. So I want to see a little bit of consolidation here, preferably confirming VWAP as support. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna continue to squeeze out shorts there. Still hasn't broken 1150 yet, so maybe it'll pull back here. Alright, so it hit 1150 there. Hopefully it just rejects this 1150, pulls back. And then we'll buy the 1150 after. Pull back, COV, pull back. Alright, so good start. 1150 rejection there. Let's give this like 10 minutes. This could be an idea there. On the 1150 break. But not buying yet. If it breaks here, it's too extended. If it breaks here, I can feel like getting rejected back down to 1130s right away. Yeah, looks like it is. Oh, so it broke there. Yeah, too extended for me to buy there. So, yep, you're gonna get harsh rejection potentially. Pass on that. Ideally, you wanted it to kind of top out at 1150, consolidate for 10 minutes to check out some of the longs that bought here, or like people that want to take profits. Yeah, so let's see what it does now. So ATOS actually did the reversal there. Back to the 15 minute chart. It's a nice little spot. Missed it. Almost pulled the trigger there at 258 on this trendline break. 258 risking 262. It's a pretty tight risk, 4 cents. Vxrt had that high day rejection candle. DLPN. No, not extended enough. Usin had a extension, small extension. Yep, so there's Clov rejection, like I mentioned. You never want to buy those. And like I mentioned, you're going to get a harsh rejection back to 1130s. It can still set up for us. It's going to be a little longer now. It's going to probably take like 15 minutes. SAPR is extended. Didn't give it bounce there. 514. Yeah, watching METX. Listen to heart and soul. Piano. remastered. Which one do I choose? Nice. Oh, this song. Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty upbeat. Based on Yoruma. Yeah, METX is gonna take some time to set up. See it close with solid for 3 more minutes around here. We need a bounce here. So the 15-minute chart looks pretty nasty. Pretty wicked 15-minute chart. Extend on the 15-minute chart. So we're gonna look for that reversal to $2. But it needs to do a bounce first for us to get a defined risk level. . So the 15 minutes going to be caught up to like 210 area. So let's see what happens. So in about 30 seconds, this 15-minute candle is going to close with a low of 223. So this 223 level, I probably take it short and risking. Hopefully, it gives a bigger bounce. And maybe it bounce off 223 one more time, and we can take that short there. Let's see, do I have shares to borrow? Yeah, I should have shares to borrow. So nice little bounce, decent bounce there. VWAP is just right underneath 220s. So if it washes down, it needs to get through that as well. 211 is where the 15 minutes at. So 230 were those highs. I'm gonna go in a little early, just in case it washed out. But I'm gonna add 223 breaks. Hopefully it gives one more bounce here. I'm okay with another bounce. So it's just a little starter size. Very small. So this low was 224. So 224 would be the early trigger, but 223 was just the true signal. So let's see what it does here. So right now it topped off at 228. You know what's gonna happen? It might get a if it consolidates here for the next 5-minute close, 224 break would be the trigger, or this trend line. So hey Shagan, I'll take a look at that in a few minutes. Gonna see what this METX does. If it tops off here and breaks 224, I'm gonna take it short, risking 230s. All right, so I added more there. I'm at 2,000 shares, but it's still holding this trend line, so it's a little early. But
Different future starts with you. That's why GoDaddy does more than help you find a name. You can create, sell, and get found online, so any small business can make a change. We need a new generation of thinking, your way of thinking. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
all right, try smacking again there. So it just hit VWAP there. I was gonna add more of that 225 break there, but let's see how it reacts towards this VWAP. If it gives another lower high and breaks through this VWAP, I'm gonna add more 221s. I'm gonna look to take profits in the teens through 210. So right now my stop is around 229, 230 area. It's gonna be my stop. These prior highs here. I took the break on that trend line. If it breaks 221, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so I tried hitting there at 221, didn't get fill. But I'm gonna sell some here, 500 shares, 216. All right, nice. So they got another fill there at 212. So target 207s on this. Yeah, I wish I had my ads there. I didn't get filled twice on 225, and then that retrig on the 221. So just down 300 shares or 500 shares from my 2000 shares entry here. So tools. So I'm gonna take the next 300 shares around 208. So I have 300 shares order at the 208. It's probably gonna bounce here. It's pretty extended now on the downside. So we might get a retest of 220s or so, where the 5-minute 90-minute is at, and then we might go back down. Unless it consolidates here, then if it breaks 222s, I'll probably take the rest of my shares off. So GRTX. GRTX looks pretty bad. All right, so we might get our targets here, 208s. All right, my 208 partially filled there. All right, so I filled the rest there around 209s. I just have 200 shares. I think I'm probably just gonna take the rest off pretty soon. Tool 6. All right, I think I'm gonna take it off now. Took it off there, 208s, 209s. So I'm happy with that trade. We're probably gonna see a bounce. Pretty excited from this move. So I'll look for a 15-minute reversal later. But it's a good trade. Up to 51 from that. on METX. Grtx, let me check that out. Yeah, Grtx looks pretty bad. There might, I don't know, it looks like pretty extended on the hourly chart, but definitely looks pretty tempting for shorters to reshort this. So you got a bear flag for me here. Looks like it's starting to begin right now for the next leg. Vxrt also looks pretty bad. You got a huge 5-day rejection candle on that $11 rejection. So looks pretty grim for Vxrt if you're holding swings, because the daily chart is way extended. So this might be the day where it just pulls back all the way to 750 or so. Either today or tomorrow, but definitely it's bearish today. I wouldn't go long on it. Let's see in the hourly chart. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. It's probably gonna be the end of the day where it might wash back down to 7, but it's gonna do something like this on the hourly candle, so it's gonna take some time. And then break, maybe the last 2 hours, potentially it could break. But it's probably gonna consolidate between 10 and 9 over lunch. And then after lunch, if it fails to hold the hourly chart, we can see it go back down to $8 today. Pretty extended on the hourly chart, or I mean on the daily chart. So you don't want to be long here. You should be a seller. Yeah, so METX reached a target there, consolidating. We should expect a bounce here. That's where the target is at. But yeah, good trade. Hopefully, I don't know Danielle if you took that or Adelie, so that's pretty good. OCGN looks like it's hanging on pretty well. It might start to squeeze here.
Dave follows the feed for the latest cat videos. Steve has a watch list for promising breakout coins. Dave has a watch list too. So why is Dave just as good a trader as Steve?
So all right, so this green line here is previous close, so it's green to red, or red to green in this case. Yeah, OCGN is really interesting on the daily because it's been hanging on pretty well. I think what it's trying to do is consolidate until the daily catches up. So I think my guess is because it's hanging on so well and it's kind of doing like a flag, it's gonna, maybe this would be another consolidation day, or it could break out today. But I think either today or the next day, we're gonna see a big green candle potentially. I think that's my guess on this, and it's hanging on pretty well today. If it actually pulls back and consolidate, I can see it kind of squeezing to 1150 in the next 30 minutes. And hangs onto this, so I think it's gonna need to pull back though. Pull back, then breaks 1120s. I think that's gonna go to 1150s. Looks like, yeah, it looks like it might maybe squeeze now. But yeah, this preferably tomorrow will be the trade for this. It's getting really tight on this hourly time frame. So something like this, it might go to 1150 today, which is fine. And I think if it holds like 11 support into tomorrow, I think we can see this one run to $13, 14.15. But yeah, it looks like it's squeezing right now, so spoke too soon, but yeah, Grtx broke down from the bear flag, so we might see another leg down right here. So Clov didn't hold VWAP there, so this is why we wait until the setups. So that first setup here was a premature break off this. If we consolidate for like 10 more minutes, if people didn't like jump in too early like this, it would have been a different story. Like if we consolidate like right here a little bit and then break out later instead of breaking out here, it's way extended. Now it's pretty bearish because it failed and now it's selling back down. But yeah, if it consolidated around here, I think a lot of long players that understand extensions would jump in at this break. But right now it looks pretty bearish now. We might get a inverted cup and handle forming and break off that daily, going back down to $9. It is extended on the daily chart, so we might see a pullback down to 9 something. I'm gonna look for this to set up long. It's gonna need to reclaim VWAP and something like this and flag break 1150 again. But if it doesn't get above VWAP and stays below VWAP and hanging around the hourly, I'll be looking for a kind of lower highs, and then break of this trend line for short. Hey Tony, how are you? Long time no see. So just to recap this morning, just made 2 trades today. Took one on METX for $251 win, and then a small loss on ATOS for $29. ARTC. ATRC. Okay. Pretty low volume. Extended, but very high price as well. It's all-time high breakout. Yeah, I'll just avoid trading this because it's low volume plus high spreads and high price. So but it's extended. You might see something, but I'm gonna avoid it. Yeah, METX pretty weak. It's not even giving a full 15-minute bounce. Looks like it's gonna fade back down to the hourly chart at 190s. VVI or WVVI looks pretty interesting here. Tested all the time frames. The only thing is right now it's extended, so it could be a long setup if it pulls back to 1450s and then set up later. I think this could be a potential setup later after lunch. Keep an eye on it. So right now this is VWAP area. Got resistance if it becomes support, and then have a flag line. I think that would be a nice spot for a long. But definitely not a buy here yet. So something like this. But I think it's gonna need like 20 minutes or after lunch, like a huge correction. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, TRCH broke down. Get lower lows now. OCUL. ATOS. I think this can get interesting as well. If we reclaim VWAP, right now it's tempting that. So the plan here is holds VWAP as support over here and flags. So let's see if it does that. Yeah, keep an eye on that. ATOS potential and WVVI. CTXR. Very small range. This PIXYT is low volume, but it looks like I might be setting up something. This needs to pull back. This has like the same patterns. Here, this is the reason why it's breaking out today. A nice flag. So by that flag, risk here for daily players, swing traders. Getting extended though, so we might get a short opportunity. But the previous times that it did a 1 minute reversal isn't really clean, so we might not get a clean 1 minute reversal. But it did like break down all the way to 50-minute. Let's see, do I want to try this short? It might have to be for a few candles. Every time we consolidate and then move down, you gotta feel like 10-minute candles before anything happens. So I'm just gonna give it room. It's tempting here, but I think it's gonna be a tricky one. Yeah, I'm not gonna short this. The way it's traded in the past, in the morning, it doesn't looks weird. I'll just avoid it. Don't want to get into a mess there. ATOS, huh? Very interesting. It's consolidating over this VWAP area. We might get a flag here. It's getting late part of the day, so we may not get a successful flag, but could be something you can try. 251 stop, break of 255. So I'm gonna try this 255 break. Stop at 252s if this holds here. If not, stop at 251s. This looks like a decent looking flag. I think ideally we wait until the 15-minute candle to close. So we wait for this 15-minute candle to close. But if it goes here, I'll try it. But ideally this candle closes, and then we could buy that break of 255, which would be the 15-minute high. Also this flag break. The 248 is where the 15-minute chart is at. Oh, wait, it's gonna close in 9 minutes. Sorry. Okay, so I guess that's a good start. I think we could see if it reclaims in the next 10 minutes. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. So let's reclaim VWAP and then flag breaks. So Ocgn started the squeeze today. I think that would have been a good spot at the 11:20 I was talking about an hour ago. Or was it 30 minutes ago? But yeah, the daily it was holding pretty well, so and this chart was holding out well as well. But yeah, we can move on from there. We might get a pullback though. I think end of the day or after hours, this might squeeze to pretty high. We'll see what happens. Clov, I'll be watching too. This could go both ways as well. If it reclaims VWAP, this would be a long later. So if the daily breaks out, you don't want to short it early because it can probably squeeze pretty high. But if it gets rejected here to kind of complete this flag, and maybe tomorrow will be the day it'll squeeze. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so didn't exactly give us a lower high there. Inverted cup and handle. Too short. Back down to the 5-minute. Yeah, METX is straight fade. DLPN tricky. ATOS couldn't reclaim VWAP. Oh, PIXYT actually broke out there. I had an eye on it. Guess I missed it. We tested the lower trend line and held, and then it flagged, broke out of this triangle. Yeah, I was kind of hesitant. It was doing pretty low volume, but it was a nice breakout there. CLV. I'm still leaning more on the short side on this, but I have my bias open on both. WVV also couldn't hold. Actually, it attempted to break out early there again. So didn't really test there and break. Broke prematurely there, failed. Now it's gonna sell off.
Steve and Dave use eToro to trade cryptocurrencies. Steve does extensive...
What am I looking? Nothing right now. Those a few stock that I was waiting for a setup, like CLOV. If this reclaims 1120, we might see a long. You're in Ocgn? Yeah, Ocgn looks nice. I think Ocgn is good on the daily chart. I think we might see a break on the upside here. Either today or tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be the day. It'll look better if tomorrow will be the day. I was also looking at WVVI. But this would need to reclaim VWAP again, like this. Oh, and PIXYT. I was looking at PIXYT. Oh, wow. That was a nice area there. Looks like I broke out. So. Yeah, Clov, I'm leaning more short on this. Rejected VWAP twice. I don't know, I might take a stab at it if it breaks 11. So actually I might have a fell flag earlier from here. Shotgun, so CLV, it's potential long if it reclaims 1125. Right now, I think it's gonna go down. So let's see if it bounces here at 1104. Alright, 1104, attempting to bounce. I might take this short, gives a lower high here. Okay, so 1104 broke there. Didn't give me the bounce I was looking for, but it might have been a spot. Shotgun, I think it's going back down to 950s, 10, below 10 tomorrow. If not today. I mean, if you're holding some for swing, I'll definitely sell some up here. It's extended on the 9 EMA. So if you're looking to hold stuff for a long time, make sure to sell it if it's extended. You're gonna expect a pullback. It's still probably bullish, and it still might set up on the daily later and go higher. But in the, I guess in the next 2 days, I could see it going back down to below $10. So the 1104 there was the break. It's retesting hourly and this trend line, so I'm gonna be looking for an hourly reversal. This is probably gonna happen after in 30 minutes probably. OCGN. You took OCGN? Probably here.
Meet the Simply Unlimited plan from Google Fi. Join Fi and get an extra $100 off select phones. Or $100.
It's on the 5-minute, and you have a lot of EMAs below, just below it. So it's a good spot to take some right here. You can get a big bounce and continue the breakout. Yeah, all the EMAs is around the 1120s, including VWAP. So you might have some support here. I think if it consolidate longer, it will probably set up a long later. Oh, ATOS. Pop above VWAP again. So if ATOS can pull back here, I'm gonna take this 1156 break. Yeah, PIXYT was a nice breakout off that 279 area. PIXYT is getting extended, but it will need to close soon. So the thing here about ATOS is if it holds VWAP, I'm going to take it long. ATOS, nice pullback. Let's see if it holds VWAP. Let's see, PIXYT. Okay, I do have shorts. It's gonna need to fully test it though. I'm not gonna short here. The last time it did something similar here, it just held. So I'm gonna wait until I fully test it and give one a bounce, and then we can take a short there. Alright, in 3 minutes. We can see what it does. So ATOS. I'm watching ATOS now. I think ATOS is gonna go. So 252 is support right now. If it breaks 255, 256, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it long. Alright, so I grabbed some there, 254s. I'm gonna watch level 2 pretty closely. I think the 255 break might start moving. Alright, so I added more there. I'm at 3,000 shares. My stop is at 252 on this. I'll downsize if it doesn't start moving immediately. Yeah, Pixie, another squeeze higher there.
Did you know that the average adult has 5 to 20 pounds of toxic poop in their body at any given moment?
All right, so might fail here, so I'm gonna have to downsize. So downsize a bit there, but I think this can still go if it breaks. So the 15-minute is at 250. So we might get a test if that reclaims and break. So Pixie's going like parabolic right now. Pixie is squeezing out those shorts. 362 now. Wow. I'm just watching ATOS here, if it hangs on here. I went in a little too early, expecting the 255 to break. It didn't break, so I had to downsize. If it breaks 251 here, I probably have to downsize a little bit more, but it might bounce off to 250s and reclaim. PIXYT looks interesting. I might look for a short if it breaks 243. Okay, so I have to stop out here, or at least take half there. Let's see if it holds this 15-minute chart. So I took ATOS out there, $151 loss. It was worth a shot. I think it can still break, but it needs to reclaim VWAP and holds it as support. It failed to hold as support. I'm gonna go to PIXYT. If I give it a bounce here, I might look for a short on that 3. $338 break. Alright, I took some there at 337s. So that was just the full 1-minute test. Just gonna see how it reacts here. All right, so it might bounce here. So now the breakdown is 336. Yeah, it's not washing like quickly or cleanly. Looks like there's still like some bars in there. See what happens though. I'll have 500 shares. If it gives like a decent bounce, then I'll take I'll look to re-add, but it hasn't given a decent bounce yet. Alright, so big bounce there. So I took it off there, $35 loss. I'm gonna wait until it triggers again. I took it off there at 344. Okay, so that looks pretty weak. Didn't set up there. Or I could have took that reshort there, risking these highs, but oh dang, I missed CLOV. I was short bias here. So I missed the fail flag and pretty much breakdown. There's the hourly reversal. It's probably gonna go back to below $10 today. PIXYT is gonna be tricky. Don't trust it. ATOS, I really want this to set up for a long trade. HOFV actually did a reclaim on VWAP and broke the flag. Alright, I'm gonna do one last scan, see what else is potential. I think PIXYT is gonna consolidate until the 5-minute catch up and has another leg up. It's gonna be a tricky one. I would wait a little longer for that. ATOS, I'm gonna have an eye on this because I still think it's gonna set up later. Might reclaim and break 255, but 255 definitely is gonna be a breakout along there. It looks like it might pull back to 241. VTXR.
Midnight, moonlight, the wind blows off St. Clair. I'm stuck at a red light, waiting a 6 mile in Delaware. The sound of a distant firebird, the echo of a ride and Smokey's words and absence, sweet absence, fills the freezing air. I've been wayside for years now, but no one seems to care. Their eyes on a distant horizon. I drove them out of here. I gave you the American dream and the music for your movie scene, but you left me bleeding. So listen to my prayer.
Tricky one. I'm gonna avoid PIXYT. ATOS not setting up. All right. Just a recap for the day. Took 3 trades. One win on METX, $251. Took a small loss on PIXYT in the morning, and then took 2 losses on ATOS, $30 in the morning and $120 a few moments ago. Yeah, up a total of 65 today. So I'm probably gonna sign off, getting late part in the morning, but I'll continue to trade offline, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.